Hey, Shane here, the ContEntrepreneur, and I just want to share with you real quick how to make a campaign on one of my favorite platforms for optimizing and really stretching and getting the most out of one of my single piece of content, and that's Missingltr. And if you'd like to try it out yourself, I've got a 30-day free trial below for the pro plan. So check it out. Okay, so we're in Missing Letters in my workspace. This is one of the particular businesses brands that I have in here. I'm at the home page on that workspace. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the teardrop. It's called campaigns. I'm going to click it and we're going to go in there. Notice we have active. Those are campaigns I've already created. So I'm going to want to go to drafts. What happens is I connect this with an RSS feed or something like that, and it's going to pull in new articles and everything like that automatically into the system and create drafts for me. So right here, I've got future collapse off-grid wars. So we're going to go ahead and hit setup campaign. And now it's getting prepared for me to create what I've got it set at as a 12-month evergreen campaign. You have different options here, but we're going to go with 12 months. And what that means is it's going to shoot out posts to my social media, numerous posts to my social media over a 12-month period. So I'm going to select hashtags, media, and quotes. We'll go through that. Down here are the different platforms that I'm choosing to push this to. I have my personal, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that one. And this is a company business page, and this is a business group. For this campaign, I'm going to use this to the business page. Let's do it to the page. Okay, so just the Instagram and the business page. Now hashtags. So it's going to kind of create its own list of hashtags for you that it'll use in the post. They're so-so. I mean, it does what it can off of what it sees from the article. But if I know, for instance, on this one, it's off-grid power, I might want to create my own hashtag and just do something like off-grid, which is real easy. Add it. And I might want to do, let's say, solar power, because I think that's a good hashtag. You can kind of do whatever you want. And if there's some I just don't like, I can cut those out. Like that one's kind of odd. That's kind of incomplete. So I just kind of run through. Nothing big there. I don't spend too much time on the hashtags. Hashtags are becoming more and a lot less relevant than they were a while back. So now here are the articles, or I'm sorry, the images that it's automatically pulled from this article. These products here are actually just product images that I have on ads inside that article. So I probably don't want to necessarily use those for this campaign. I don't necessarily want to add article looking showing up. And I have a good bit of articles already, a good bit of images in here, but a lot of times you might not have a lot of images in your thing. So you might want to add something. So you can click on add media and you have a few different things. I can upload from my computer. You can do the AI gallery, but I don't tend to have much luck with their AI gallery. It doesn't tend to function well for me. But then you have Unsplash and Giphy. Unsplash is a good photos. So let's just say Prepper, or let's say Doomsday. And it'll pull up and I can just port these right in if I want. So that's a pretty good one. Just add that. Confirm that I'm using it within their, guidelines. Okay. And then let's add a GIF in here too. So let's just say Doomsday again. And let's see. Let's go with the little humorous. Let's go with the Simpson one, just because. All right, so now that's in there. So now all of these images, and this will all make sense here in just a second when you see the other side. All these images will now be used. Then I can go for quotes. So it's going to pull quotes, or it's going to create its own quotes, basically excerpts is probably a better term, that it's pulling from the article, and it's going to use these. I don't get too caught up in this area either because I do a lot of changing on the next step. So let's say, okay, we're good. That all works. I'm going to tell it to build the campaign. And here's where this is the important step. It's going to build it up now. Then I'm going to spend a few minutes. And right here is day 0. So on day 0, this is what it's going to post. For whatever reason, it's not showing me a thumbnail. So we'll just click on here. So I click these these 3 dots for the drop down. And in here, I've got quotes, bubble quotes, and you can kind of go through them when you get it on there. Right now I'm on images, and I can go through the images by clicking these arrows here. So this is a good one to start with, I think. Looks perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and go with that. And that'll be what's posted to that social media profiles. We'll go to the next one, which is going to be on day 3. So we've got an excerpt of the article. For some reason, it's still not. Let's go with a quote this time. And so you see, it looks like just the title of the article in quote bubble form. And normally, I don't know if there's something with our system or if it's my internet. There we go. So we've got a little thing like this. Let's go ahead and go with that. That's day 3. We've got another quote, and I can change these up too if I want. I can click in here. I can change them, do a lot of things. It depends on what it is. A lot of times I might, just kind of depends. But I think these are working good for me. So we'll go ahead and go with that. Day 7, day 14. Let's change up this. Let's change up this image. Put it on the GIF on day 30. Day 90, we've got another like that. And I'm not a huge fan of the quote bubbles. Let me see if I can show you one here. Maybe I'm speaking wrong. Oh, it's loading a different quote, but it doesn't have any quotes that'll fit in there is what the problem is. So if I had shorter quotes, I imagine they'd be popping up in here. But since, as you saw on our page, all the quotes were large excerpts, I don't think it has any that it's choosing to cycle through. So it's not cycling. But I can change the look over here. Typically, okay, there we go. So now it's changing it up. All right. And so we'll just go with that. And then day 270. And then day 365. And there's kind of what I was looking to see. There we go. And that is it. That's pretty simple. We'll say that's good. Over here, I have a few options. If I decide, no, I want to change that. I don't want, certain platforms. I can do that here. If I'm using Medium, which I've done sometimes, but I don't really keep up with it, so I don't typically do that. If you want to have it send you an update reminder, and this is to remind you to go in and refresh that, you can click this as well. You can set an optional start date. So if I come in here a lot of times, and let's say I'm doing 10, then I will stagger the start dates. That way they don't all push on the same day. Same thing with stop date. I can add another reviewer if I have one. And then finally, I'll do confirm my consent, launch the campaign. And as you see, it's going through all of these right here. And it is done. That campaign is launched.